keep it catching just like a disease. Soon as I humble it, pop it, they freeze. Ask where they got it from me. I can't be seen when I'm thieves.
And a chance for everyone to get some shots up. Find the touch. Find the range. Find themselves. We're almost at game time. Hi and welcome everyone here on 2K Sports. Can't wait to get some NBA action going. Alongside Greg Anthony and Stan Van Gundy, I'm Kevin Harlan. Allie LaForce will be our reporter tonight on the sideline. The season's still in its fledgling state, but enough basketball has been played to see how this year's rookie class is shaping up. A chance now to see the rookie race that shows which first-year players are making a big impact early in the race for the Rookie of the Year hardware. And you look at Bailey, not in the top 5 currently, but he's amidst some terrific talent nonetheless, and there's still plenty of time for him.
And to be there among the top 10 of this very talented rookie class really says a lot about his potential.
Yeah, he has a huge upside. If he continues to work on the fundamentals and refine his game, there's no telling how far he can go.
And checking out Utah's opening lineup, Markkanen and Kessler man the post positions. Then there's Bailey. And it's Mikhailuk in at the shooting guard position. And for the Knicks, Bridges out there with Jalen Brunson. Then there's Towns. Then it's OG Anunoby. And it's Hart in at the 4 spot. Inside. Out of bounds, New York takes possession. Here's someone who's really been playing well, earning the Player of the Month in the East, Jalen Brunson.
When he gets dialed in from deep, like he has been, he can just take over with his shooting. It opens up looks inside and outside for everyone else, and it all happens because there's just no easy answer to deal with a hot shooter. Fantastic performance from him.
Second-round pick back in 2018. Stardom wasn't expected for Jalen Brunson, but he's always been a winner.
You look at his physical attributes, nothing jumps out at you, but it's all between the ears with him. The skill, the footwork, the vision, that's what makes him elite.
Great response 3 from Markkanen. He's got such a fluid motion. You always think it's going in for him.
Now here's Towns. Right now he's averaging 11 points a game. Hart, that's good.
Matching baskets from the perimeter, an earmark of today's game.
Yeah, sometimes you get in a shootout like this, but you just hope that you can get a stop first.
Kevin, he is tough to stop when he gets to the rim.
Yeah, great. He can get up a few notches higher.
And a hard finish there, guys.
Yeah, and only one hand needed for that one. And Utah has possession. The Knicks making the shot. Markkanen a screen on Bridges. Mikhailuk can't get it to go. New York's gone 2 of 2 from three-point range here in the first quarter. We have the first leg of the NBA season, Greg, now behind us. The standings starting to come into shape.
Yeah, right now is when you can make sense of wins and losses. Who you play matters so much early on, but things have started here to balance out.
Free throw good. Hart. And joining us now by phone is insider Shams Charania with some news. Shams, give it to us.
Well, the Jazz have traded away a lot of their veterans, but all-star Lauri Markkanen still remains. After a down-shooting season a year ago, perhaps he needs to build his value back up around the league before they would consider moving him.
He can heat up in a hurry, that's for sure. We appreciate the update. Thanks, Shams. Pass to Markkanen. Takes a 3. The three-pointer is right on target. Markkanen's got his 3rd bucket of the night.
Well, Markkanen keeps the defense off balance with the quick trigger.
And Towns gets it to go.
Just setting the tone with an aggressive move to the rack. And where's the help defensively?
Well, when you are the aggressor this early, it is intimidating.
Really left alone, that's it.
And he likes to get in a rhythm early. Nice triple.
First quarter of basketball, just over 2.5 minutes play. Towns against Kessler. And it's Towns missing.
Doesn't register as a block, but he did everything you want defending that shot.
Well, you know, sometimes the most pivotal plays don't always go on the stat sheet.
And now let's send it over to our courtside reporter, Allie LaForce.
Thanks a lot, Kevin. The Utah Jazz are going young, but this is a franchise that has a winning history, and that culture is still around. Coach Will Hardy said the messaging doesn't change. The players have bought into the little things that takes to win. This is a cohesive group that's committed to helping each other. Kevin, back to you.
Building the right way. Thanks a lot, Allie. Mitchell Robinson's checked in for New York. Andrew Shamet comes in for Mikal Bridges. And that one's good. Brunson.
Playing bigger than he looks. Brunson has a lot of heart.
Utah has gone 3 of 5 from three-point land so far in the ballgame. Pass to Mikhailuk. Off the mark there with the three-point shot.
And even without that three-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play. Those defenders just look a little bit gassed. I mean, they're getting pushed around on that low block.
Here's Mikhailuk. Unloads from 13. Robinson with the block. 1:14 left to play in the first quarter. And it's Shamet missing. Jazz trail by 3. Here's Mikhailuk. Another miss by Utah.
Well, he continues to make the effort, but the results just aren't there this quarter.
Runs from the pass to Robinson. Here's Hart. Good, and the assist goes to Robinson. And it's 8 points for Josh Hart.
Oh, this is the kind of start they were hoping for.
Pass to Markkanen. Into the lane. Yep, that one goes.
Well, even though they're struggling, his solo efforts on offense have really been something.
Runs in the pass to Robinson. A 3. And it's Shamet missing. Jazz have gotten 6 of 11 shots to go down so far. Pretty nice shooting. 2-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Mikhailuk can't get it to go.
Yeah, I'm not sure if he's going to be able to shoot his way out of this one or not.
Here's Hart. Off target from three-point range. Bailey with a wide-open look. Offense, the order of the day as the first quarter comes to a close. Knicks lead by 4. Let's take a quick break now, and then it's on to the second quarter after this. And if you're just joining us, we've played through one quarter in this one. Let's quickly check out the scoring breakdown here for the Knicks.
Well, I have to applaud their ball movement. They're moving the ball around, finding the best looks they can, and keeping everyone involved.
And they've also been effective from beyond the arc tonight. And if that continues, guys, it can really open up the rest of their offense.
New York leading by 4. And GA, you started your career with the Knicks. What memories do you have from your time in New York?
Well, after winning a championship in college, it was great to play for a team in the NBA that had similar aspirations. So many great veterans to learn from and a Hall of Fame coach.
So on the floor for Utah, they've got Kyle Filipowski. Williams is out there with Collier. Then there's Yusuf Nurkic and it's Hendricks in at the 3 spot. Here's Alvarado. After the basket by Utah. No good from Yabusele. Here's Nurkic and finished off by Nurkic.
And you can't allow Nurkic to get that kind of position. When you do, he is going to rattle that rim.
Bridges misses. And we've got a whistle. The refs are indicating it's a transition take foul. It's going to be a shot and the ball. The Jazz shooting their first free throw tonight.
Not really where you'd like to be as a team in terms of free throw shooting. Just about 73%.
The Knicks making a switch here. Anunoby's checked in. Pass to Hendricks. Nurkic in the post. Robinson on him. Off target with his three. The Knicks trailing. Here's Anunoby. And Anunoby slams it in.
And the penetrating ability of Anunoby. Confident when it comes to attacking the defense.
Jazz have gone 2 of 3 from the field here to open the second quarter. Here's Mikhailuk. Looking for Markkanen. He gets it there. Cross contact on the shot, and now a three-point play chance as he'll head to the line.
And they've done well at taking advantage of some late defensive rotations and getting the ball in the paint.
Karl Anthony Towns checked in for New York. Kyle Filipowski's checked in for Utah.
Powerful move by Anunoby inside. He really attacks when he's in close like that.
And someone, Stan, who fought his way into the NBA, Jose Alvarado, played his way onto a roster and has played well.
Oh, he has really played well, Kevin. And Jose Alvarado is as big a pest and plays as hard as anyone in this league, and he's so committed to it. If you're going to be Jose Alvarado and do what he does, you got to do it every single night to be effective, and he does.
And here is Markkanen. After the three-pointer from Karl Anthony Towns. 5 on the clock. Nurkic the pass to Mikhailuk. Over Bridges. And the shot no good, a bit short.
Well, the analytics don't like it, but if the defense is giving it up, I like that shot selection despite the miss.
Here's Alvarado. Still scoreless. And there's Bridges on the assist by Towns. And it's a 6-point New York lead.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
And so the timeout by Will Hardy here. Coach is going to talk some things over with the team. Might be seeing something to adjust. Checked in for Bridges. Utah also making some changes. Walker Kessler comes in for Yusuf Nurkic. And Bailey snubbed in for Filipowski. Outside, Markkanen. Greg, you've had a long NBA career, so I'm curious, what's one of the biggest changes you've noticed since you've retired?
Well, one that doesn't get talked about enough. Length. Players these days are just longer, especially in the backcourt, and that wing position. Feels like every team has a guy 6'9" or taller that is a pure perimeter player.
This is his first trip to the line tonight. First one falls for him. And a hard-nosed defensive identity for this Knicks. But, G.A., there's been some slippage.
Well, the challenge has been their two best offensive players get targeted at the other end. The adage, you're only as strong as your weakest link, it has some truth to it.
Here's Mikhailuk. He provides a good amount of offense for the team, averaging around 11.5 points a game.
Another miss. At some point, they need to tap someone else for a boost offensively.
And don't look now, but they're starting to extend this lead.
Well, look, we've seen that no lead is safe these days. You got to keep scoring and extending that margin.
Now, here's Markkanen. He's got 13. Here's Bailey. Another miss by Utah.
A good board there, Kevin, but overall they're getting slightly out-rebounded.
Alvarado passes to Brunson. Brunson from long distance.
You know what? They've been on a nice run here, had the ability to widen the gap. Now they are rolling.
Yeah, but we know momentum can flip the other direction very quickly. You can't get complacent now.
And so the timeout by Will Hardy here. He's ready to talk things through with them. .44 seconds left in the first half of basketball. Pass to Markkanen. To stop the run. It's good. Now he's shooting 6 for 7.
Listen, it's a team sport. But without him, this deficit would be a lot bigger.
Staying strong inside. Brunson going right into the coverage to get the call.
And this is his second trip to the line in the game. And the first one at the line is good for the Knicks. Josh Hart comes in for Mitchell Robinson. And Mikal Bridges subbed in for Jose Alvarado. And that's good as he hits both of his shots.
As we've gotten closer to halftime, their style has become more and more physical.
3-second difference between shot clock and game clock. The 3-ball. Mikhailuk can't get it to go.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
And that one drops for him. Bridges got the lead up to 14 now for the Knicks.
I mean, the number of points they've scored in the paint already here is eye-opening.
So we've reached the end of the first half of play. New York ahead. They lead by 14. Allie, let's go to you courtside. What do you have for us?
Carl, you were able to build the lead, but what's the key to maintaining it or even increasing it going forward?
I mean, don't change what we're doing. Just stay together, keep passing the ball, keep playing great defense, and just keep making them think and make decisions, especially the difficult ones.
Consistency is a beautiful thing. Thanks, Carl.
Allie, thank you for that interview. And now we're at halftime. And we'll be back to bring you more basketball after this.
Hello and welcome. Before we take a look at the action from the first half, a brief overview of some upcoming games.
This is where you pile up wins and move up in the standings. But these can be trap games as well.
And that goes to your leadership, man. Good leaders keep you from playing down to your opponent.
Let's move on now to that first half we were watching. A brutal game so far for the Utah Jazz.
Well, the energy they're putting out is not going toward their defense. Problem is their offense can't keep up with those guys. So the D has to pick up the slack or this thing is over.
Man, you know they're getting an earful right now in that locker room. We'll see who's listening.
And that about wraps it up. And as the third quarter is about to begin, we go to Kevin Harlan for the call.
And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly here in the second. Lauri Markkanen having a dominant impact in this game.
In those first two quarters, he was pretty much an automatic bucket getter if he got it down low on the block.
Reminds me of the good old days. Feed it to the big and let him work.
The Knicks leading by 14. They've got Karl Anthony Towns. Josh Hart out there with OG Anunoby. Then it's Jalen Brunson. And it's Bridges in at the two-guard position. That's the group for Mike Brown as we get going here in the second half. Kessler with the bucket. Kessler's got the first bucket of the third here for the Jazz.
Well, you know, this is where Kessler mostly looks to score. Great work inside.
To stand here, we have one of the bright young centers in the NBA, Walker Kessler.
Look, start with this with Walker Kessler, Kevin. A great rim protector. You're just not going to get layups with Walker Kessler on the floor. Then he's an outstanding offensive rebounder, and he's got great hands, which makes him very effective as a roll man in the pick and roll.
There's always a need for shot makers in the NBA, GA, and that's what Ace Bailey brings to the fore.
Bailey has a smooth jumper with a high release point that allows him to shoot over just about any defender. And when you pair that with his physical tools, his upside is through the roof.
Jazz trail by 12. And for those of you turning in, we're about a minute into the second half. Here's Markkanen, and it's Bailey in the corner. Pass to Mikhailuk. And the lead is down inside single digits. Mikhailuk's got 6.
They are on fire to start this second half. 3 for 3 and looking totally in sync.
Down low. Here's Towns, and he lays it straight in. Towns has got his 3rd basket of the night.
A prolific inside scorer since his first day in the league. Towns gets the job done down low.
Kessler passes to Markkanen. Kessler, the tip in on the offensive rebound. Kessler's got 4 this quarter.
Yeah, they've come out of the break confidently. 4 of their first 5 here to start the second half.
And so Mike Brown calls a timeout. He's going to make some adjustments to the game plan. Already a lot of talk about who's going to take part in the three-point contest this season, and here's a look at the players most likely to make it.
And so many great shooters in the NBA these days, and these guys, quite frankly, the best of the best. I wouldn't be surprised if we see a scoring record broken in this year's competition.
You take a look at Bridges. He's all the way up there at number 2 in the voting for the three-point contest. Fans and the media know that he is one of the premier long-distance shooters in the league today.
And Kevin, not to take anything away from the other facets of his game, but let's face it, that three-point shooting is what puts him on a whole nother level.
And we'll keep you posted as we find out more, and as we get closer to the three-point contest once we have our final list of official contestants.
Yeah, it's going to be very competitive. That's the one thing we all know. We've got an incredible group of long-distance shooters in this league right now.
Now, let's take a minute to talk to Allie LaForce courtside. Allie.
Thanks a lot. Josh Hart is great at moving off ball, and he said, in today's league, cutting and making a layup is considered boring. Everyone wants ISO. Some of the fundamentals and beauty of the game are lost. For me, it's a feel. If you see the back of your defender's head, try to make a cut. Guys, back to you.
Thank you, Allie.
Well, Kessler to the rescue, using his size to win the rebound, and then quickly going on the attack himself.
And in the summer of 2022, Greg, the Utah Jazz traded away their franchise cornerstones, Rudy Gobert and Donovan Mitchell.
And that signaled the beginning of their rebuild, but they've overachieved for a couple of seasons now that ended last year when they really bottomed out.
Now, Anunoby, after Lauri Markkanen misses from long range. Hart kicks to Bridges. To the middle. Here's Towns. Goes back up. Over to the left wing. Brunson, that's a two-pointer. Kessler with the rebound. Jazz trail by 12. In the third quarter with just over 3.5 minutes off the clock. And there's the bucket from Markkanen.
Well, that's his 4th triple for the game now. Just his 1st in the second half.
Out to Brunson. Pass to Hart. On the wing, Bridges. And again, New York with the triple.
Well, he's a reason why they're winning right now. He's been efficient offensively, and his confidence continues to grow.
And so the timeout by Will Hardy here. This now will give him a chance to discuss some potential changes. So Utah going with an almost entirely new group.
Give a big round of applause to your Knicks City Dancer.
Jazz trail by 12. Pass to Kessler. 51 seconds left in the third.
Inexcusable defense. You can't let Kessler get established inside like this.
Here's Robinson, and finished off by Robinson.
Oh, inflicting some punishment with the two-hand flush.
They're going for the throat. For Utah, they've gone 7 of 11, a lucky field goal percentage here in the third. Here's Williams, and the layup's good off the glass. Williams has got his second bucket of the night.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Pass to Bridges. Wants to get it to Robinson, and does. Out to Brunson. Launches it. It's in, and he's a very efficient 5 for 6 on the game.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today? Ending with a basket, coming off a pretty pass.
Shoots. And it's Collier missing.
And I'm sure next time he sits down, coach is going to have a few choice words for him with that shot selection.
Yeah, that definitely wasn't the shot they were looking for. You got to keep the ball moving in that situation.
And so it's New York looking at a 13-point lead heading into the next quarter. They have been sharp from beyond the arc, putting on a terrific three-point shooting display. Back right after this. And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same from the first 3 quarters. Jazz trail by 13, and Utah looking at who they've got to start the fourth quarter. They've got Markkanen. Nurkic is out there with Filipowski. Then there's Kyle Anderson, and it's Collier in a point.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
Anunoby, good, and the assist goes to town. Anunoby's got the first basket as we get going in the fourth for New York. And Jose Alvarado is going to pick up the foul. That's his first foul. Kevin Love's checked in for Utah.
Jose Alvarado, first personal foul.
Pass to Filipowski.
Utah substitution.
Here's Collier. Up top, Markkanen. He's covered by Shamet. 4 on the clock. And it's Kevin Love with the 3. Love's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. Here's Robinson. Towns against Love. Anunoby outside. Let's go. And the Knicks getting another bucket right there.
Dare I say, he's had a perfect game. Incredible. No misses thus far. A major reason they lead.
Now, here's Markkanen. No good from outside.
And maybe, he thinks he can cheat himself out of the cold spell, but I don't think that's the case. Maybe somebody want to tell him to ease up off the threes.
And so Markkanen will bring it up for the Jazz. 15-point game. Pass to Filipowski. Now here's Love. He's covered by Shamet. The shot by Markkanen. Nobody around. Hits the three-point bomb. Markkanen's got 22 points.
Well, that brings his total to 5 makes from beyond the arc for the game. Feeling some confidence from Rain.
And so it's Mike Brown here calling timeout. He's clearly intent on wanting to lock in and make sure everyone's on the same page. So for the Knicks, Hart, he's checked in for Robinson. Bridges comes in for Landry Shamet. And it's Jalen Brunson in for Jose Alvarado. We're now joined by our sideline reporter, Allie LaForce. Allie, it's all yours.
Mike Brown was just reviewing the plan with his team. He was clapping in the huddle, saying to his guys, loving the effort right now. Keep the intensity on them. Leave no doubt in their mind that this game is ours. Guys, back to you.
Great work as always, Allie. Thank you. Brunson fires. Off target with the open look.
That was a good look from the mid-range. He'd like to have that one back.
And there's the three.
Yeah, this offense is rolling. They've been assertive, but they're also playing under control.
Yeah, you know, I like how they're not relying on just one guy to get it done. They're sharing the ball and keeping the defense guessing.
Launches it. Rebounded by Towns.
Well, you can tell he thinks he should have had that one. Even harder on him when he's got a good look like that and it doesn't go down.
Knocks down the three.
And you can tell he's looking for his shot. He just believes it.
Well, yeah, and the defense is going to have to respond to that and chase him off the arc.
And Will Hardy is called timeout. And that timeout by coach was carefully measured, wanting to make sure that everybody is on the same page here. Takes the three. Cleared away by Hart. New York leading by 14. Now here's Bridges from outside. Buries the deep ball.
We're in total command of this game with time starting to run out.
Yeah, and at this point, the focus is take care of the ball, no needless fouls, and no threes.
Here's Kessler. And he gets that one to go.
Yeah, if Kessler keeps passing the ball like that, he will be dangerous.
New York's gone to three-point range for 12 of their points in the final quarter on 4 of 5 shooting.
And this is what they want. I mean, to announce their presence in this matchup with authority, very decisive. It can definitely be considered a statement win for the Knicks.
Looking at both these teams, they're great rebounders, and on any given night, you might not know who would have the advantage on the board.
They made the most of those extra rebounds as well, Kevin.
And I think a great job in positioning themselves for the W here. It's win number 21 on the season.
And so they'll take the first game of the season series, a team they'll only see twice. They're certainly happy to start it off with a win.
And we watched one guy all night long, guys, and looking at the stats just confirms what a dominant game he had. What a night tonight it was for Jalen Brunson.
Well, we saw some exceptional passes from him tonight. His vision did a lot to elevate their offense.
Fast break, here come the Jazz. Markkanen, and he gets off the break with a jam.
Assisted by Sviatoslav Mikhail.
Brunson scanning the floor. That one goes in.
Taking no chances. They go on one last run to seal the deal.
Yeah, this run has poured a bucket of water on any ember of a potential comeback.
Now Kessler shoots the three. Can't get it to go. Now Hart for three. Bailey pulls it down. So no problem for New York as they get the win. This game may not have been the most exciting we've ever seen, but you have to appreciate just what a clinical performance they put on.
I know their fans appreciated it, and we saw at times just stretches of excellent defense, potency from an offensive standpoint as well. They were pretty much dominant.
And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Greg Anthony, Allie LaForce, and Stan Van Gundy, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks so much for joining us here tonight. And as we leave you, we give you our player of the game, Jalen Brunson.
Cash